Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, and for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the West Virginia Mountaineers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. They'll return it from inside the 5. Stopped at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So the Florida State Seminoles offense is going to get the chance to start this game off. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, he's been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They had put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022, the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked. It
caught way downfield for a huge gain. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
How about that? First play of the game in a playoff game, you take a shot downfield and you hit it for big yards. Now you got some momentum here early in the game.
The Seminoles are in the red zone. He's going to hand this off. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. The pocket breaking down. Got him. He's sacked.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt, trying to connect from 41 yards away. This one is right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. So the Mountaineers offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Here comes a handoff. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down for the offense. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. On the run, going to heave it downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Mountaineers looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. 1st down. We're going to throw the football. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place at just the right time.
The Florida State offense on the field. They've got the lead, but hadn't settled for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
Well, the defense better start adjusting and realizing the RPO is coming at them. Feels like they're just sitting back, worried about the potential big play through the air. Meanwhile, this offense is running the ball right down their throat.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And now the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down. And the Noles look to keep this drive moving.
A nice find there by the quarterback on 3rd down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on 3rd down. Being a good 3rd down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws it to the right. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
The throw complete to the running back underneath. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Second down play coming up. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he's got it. Tackle's made quickly, but that's a big gain. Ball moves to the 35-yard line.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty.
False start. Offense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. You're going to test the secondary. Well, he escaped, but couldn't get rid of the football, and he goes down for a sack.
The quarterback's trying to get away from the pressure. He gets outside of the pocket, but this defense was not having it. They've got enough athletic ability on that defense to be able to come up with a sack.
Second down, we're going to throw it. He makes the grab. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
Man, this defensive coordinator better adjust to this receiver. All they did was get him the ball in space, and you can see what he can do after the catch. One defender will not slow this receiver down today. You better bracket him or use double coverage.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Moves the ball up to the 30.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it second and medium. The offense with some pre-snap motion. He'll ride the back again here. Wow, juke the first tackler. That was enough to make the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's an out route. The catch made. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it. They keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The receiver makes the grab. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're 3rd down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Tackle at the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Running out of time in the pocket. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. As we break for the quarter, Kurt, Florida State is on top. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the 2nd quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. You know the kicker has good range, but this one is from 59 yards away. And that one is no good. There's a penalty marker down. He might get the second shot at this. Defense. The kicker's got to be protected. Position like that, that penalty is going to give the offense a first down. So 1st and 10, that's a costly mistake by the defense on 4th down. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's caught. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Defense trying to hold up here. Play number 12 on the drive.
3 and 25.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch made on the out route. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Can they pick up the first on the ground? And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Second down and goal. Quarterback drops back. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. And he drops back in the gun. Trying to extend the play. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
QB just ran out of options. He decides to take matters into his own hands and takes off on that scramble. I thought he might come close to getting it to the end zone. Comes up just a little bit short.
The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here?
6-9-1, Gators score.
Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. Catch made to the 20 and the deep shot. Big gain. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
What a touchdown here by this offense. And I'm going to tell you something. This is what separates the men from the boys right here as a quarterback. He knows he's going to get hit. Looks downfield, keeps his eyes focused, makes the throw, takes the hit, and they get the touchdown. Beautiful.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. And they find the end zone this time out. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's complete downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first half.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
And the broken tackle there produces a solid game. And the Mountaineers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. The back's got it. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. They'll run it with the draw play. Fights through the tackler. Tackle up near midfield at the 48. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
The Mountaineers will have to kick it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. Coverage team brings down the returner. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. It was a 1-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. This pass is caught. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. No huddle now for the offense.
Yankee blue. Black 24. Black 24. Terrier.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this defense looks like they are confused, and they should be. This wide receiver is putting on a clinic here in the first half. He sees blood in the water right now, and he's got over 100 yards in the first half already.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs. The Noles pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught quickly.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on 1st down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a 2nd and manageable here for this offense.
Grab behind the line. It's Silva. He'll step out after a nice gain there, and the offense will have first and goal. And the Seminoles hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed in, knew exactly what was coming, and made the tackle.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. And the Mountaineers will send their punt team onto the field. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds an open target on the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The Seminoles looking to run some tempo here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the same runner's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running back has it on a screen now. And the defense wraps him up. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Game moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs. And the Nola starting a new series here on 1st and 10. The quarterback making some changes at the line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
The Noles will line up here on first down and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles. Look at the blazing speed for that quarterback. Kirk, if you're a defense trying to stop this guy, good luck.
Well, Chris, you remember this week we talked with the offensive coordinator. He talked a lot about how they have run plays on the call sheet specifically for this guy to be able to get loose and make plays. We saw that exactly on this score right here.
Automatic on the PAT. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? He hands it off from the gun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. That's it for us from our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's head back to Chris and Kirk for the exciting conclusion of this one, where we'll find out who is moving on in the CFP.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. First play of the third quarter is a handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When the defense had everything covered downfield, the quarterback tries to check it down, but how about the defensive speed to be able to sniff that out?
The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Can he take it all the way? Past the 10. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Seminoles. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback could bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, a lot of times when a quarterback sees man defense, he wants to get the ball out of his hands as quickly as possible. Put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle or two on the outside and get a big play.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The Mountaineers pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
He hands it to the back. Some hard running there through a tackle. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Short pass finds the tight end. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They bring him down after a short gain there. Second down after that completion. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Play action fake. Looking to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And now they run the draw play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
They'll kick it away here. The punt will bounce out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. That's a great punt. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? It's a shotgun run call. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
First down, looking to throw the football. Pressure is coming. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And there's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
For the defense coordinator this week, always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Looking for the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Seminoles have first and 10 here.
Black 24. Black 24. Jackrabbit.
From the gun, he looks for an open man. Nice grab. It's King. tackle, but forced down. The Seminoles come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Makes a quick catch. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving his defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3?
29 Philly. 2 flats.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking right, this one caught. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Second down and goal upcoming. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Touchdown, Florida State. And this one is getting ugly. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And the extra point was up and good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. They came up. possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. They'll give it to the running back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Second down, we're going to throw it. That's a safety for the defense.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll boot it away from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Single back takes the handoff. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. As we break for the quarter, Florida State is on top. These playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle, a shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. So, 1 quarter away from wrapping up an impressive CFP victory. Let's get back to the final period. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Ball handed off. Breaking tackles. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Third down after that running play. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Handing off on the draw play. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Silva. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage. And the Noles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Fires it to his target. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the fourth quarter. It's third down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
The Noles looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can. And
Touchdown, Knowles. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last time out there, they surrendered a safety. Defense is coming after him. And the freshman making an impact play there.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
We go backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's got a man down the middle. And the play is good enough for a first down to move the ball to the 44. A new set of downs after that completion.
29 Philly.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on the screen. And the tackle is made. Not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Obvious call there. You cannot rough up the quarterback like that.